Most traders know the patterns. Breakouts, gap fills, bounces off the 9 EMA. And yet, most still fail, not from a lack of knowledge. They fail because they're trading without context. Would you drive blindfolded on the freeway? That's what it's like trading without understanding market structure. Are we trending, consolidating, or reversing? Which setups fit today's environment? What levels truly matter and which are just noise? Market context answers all of that. That's why every morning I post a clear market context and game plan. It's the same blueprint I use before every trade. You'll know if we're in expansion or contraction mode, when to trust the open or fade it, whether a gap will run or reverse, where traders are trapped and where price is likely to react. With context, you're not chasing, you're executing. If you want to trade with clarity and conviction, read the daily game plan by 9 AM EST on Substack. Join us live on Discord and YouTube. It's not about seeing more setups. It's about knowing which ones matter before the bell rings. All right. Good morning, guys. How you guys doing?
If you're here to flip coins and gamble, click away. If you're here to actually learn how to trade futures with structure, strategy, and real results, then welcome. Because most people don't make it. Not because they are not smart, but because no one ever taught them how to build a foundation. Hello there and welcome. I'm Sean, the founder of Smart Traders Capital, and truly glad you're here. You have taken the first step into one of the most misunderstood profession is day trading. We believe trading is more than pushing buttons and chasing green candles. It's a craft, a discipline, a journey. Let me be real with you. This world is filled with noise. You have probably seen screenshots, the Lambos, the flashy wins on social medias, but they don't show you is the work, the structure, the thousands of mistakes behind every win. Yes, you can make money in trading and change your life, but only if you're willing to go slow and right. Yes, read it again. Slow and right. Most people who enter this game rush in like it's casino. They will click buy or sell. They're placing a bet, hoping the market move in their favor. Sometime it does, and that random win feels like a magic. But randomness is not the strategy, and without the structure, you will lose more than you win. The market is like a 24/7 live stream. It's always moving, full of actions, suspense, drama, just like your favorite Netflix series. But don't get lost in the entertainment. Every trade you take must have a reason, a plan, a risk management. You can live with it, but you're not here to binge with price. You're here to learn how to navigate it with the clarity. Let me tell you the hard truth. Every trade you take has a 50% chance of winning and 50% chance of losing. But trading isn't about coin flips. It's about stacking the odds in your favor through preparation, through risk controls, through execution and reflection. One good trade won't make you rich. One bad trade without discipline can wipe out weeks of progress. Weeks of progress. This journey will challenge you. Some days you will powerful, other days defeated. But if you're willing to take it slow, if you are ready to unlearn bad habits and build the right habits, then you are here in the right place. We are not here to sell dreams. We are here to teach reality through structured sessions, real market examples. And a community that actually supports you will show you how to approach training like a professional. If this resonates with you, then here is the next step. This video is part of 5-part beginner series to help you start trading futures. Right away, we are going to talk the real strategies, risk controls, journaling, market prep, everything I wish someone gave me when I started. So this message resonates with you, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell icon on, and watch for the episode number 2, how to prep for the trading day, dropping soon. Morning traders, can you guys hear me? Vivek, do you see my screen? If you're saying Vivek something, I can't hear you. All right, I'm watching the ES and NQ. Market has moved a lot today. Vivek, can you hear me? I can't hear you if you're saying something. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Morning, Waldemar. Can you hear me, Waldemar? Say something now. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. All right, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, I think. Okay, so now I can hear you guys finally. All right. All right. So look at the market, man. Look at the market. The way we expected, I don't know why we took the profit early. Oh, but it's a little harder to, we're going to analyze, but I think we had a really awesome trade. And then, but if you really need, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, the reason being is that the ones that make the new high, and the new high hold, then there shouldn't be any reason for range dip. And I don't think so that we talk about the range dip. We were saying that if this is gonna hold, it's just going to go and retest the new high, right? And see, when any time, what you need to always remember, when the structure is going to break, you cannot immediately expect this going to break down and then come back again. Okay, the first thing you need to see that whether it can hold. You need to wait to see and see exactly what happening here. If you look at it here, you got the consolidation, and there's just not the 1 minute consolidation. You look at 30 minutes consolidation happening over the top. I think, and this was the top over the ES. So ES was really holding nicely. Now it came back down, and retested the previous high. So and now moving back up again, right? So now, if you remember, go back and look at the first session of the break of structure, where we talk about that market going to go into, and then when it's going to break, then now this structure is gone. Now you need to wait for the new structures to develop, and now that will be your structure. If it breaks up, then it's going to be new structure. But if it fails, then it come back into this structure. So you follow the structure. So right now we are on the expansion structure, right? Market wants to move further up. If this fails and come back into that structure, then again this structure will be in play, right? But if markets keep going back up, up and up, 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 then the structure is going to be the past, like the previous structures in the past, right? So and I think after this move, and if you remember, go back to this recording when I was saying that I don't want to go long here, but I'm pretty sure it's going to go all day. Remember, we entered into it, and then but I say it's so slow, I'm stopping out. Do you recall that? And look at this. If you look at the 2 minutes, what's happened? I mean, I look at it here. I think we entered here, and I say, you know what, it's just too slow. I don't want to come in. I'm stopping out, and then just look at it. No? Okay. See, I'm keep talking. Let's see if you can hear me. Why this is the problem? Try now. Let's see. Can you hear me, guys? I just refreshed it. It seems like there's some issue on the other side. Can you on the YouTube? Can you hear me now? No, I just refreshed it. Just refreshed. All right now. All right, perfect. All right. All right. Okay, so let's do that. All right. All right, so let me just repeat it. See, if you guys remember, I was telling you yesterday before we ending the session that market is really strong. And what was really explaining here is that if you recall, and then you can go back and look at the stream, we entered somewhere here, but then I stopped out and I was saying that, you know what, I don't want to hold this all day. I need to step out, so I'm leaving, but I feel like this is going to be a trending day. Why I was saying that, at the time when it was not happen. So logic was very clear. If you look at it, this is the first 30 minutes, this is the first 60 minutes, and this is the first 90 minutes. And the 90 minutes or the 60-minute ES pullback, able to hold the VWAP and still above the VWAP, but close to 63,115. But at the same time, if you look at it, NQ was over the highs in making the new high, able to claim the previous high, right above that. So, and if you have looked at my previous discussions and the previous sessions and the YouTube videos, I always say that this only happens 20 to 25% of the time when NQ drag ES with it. Majority of the time, ES is the one which all indexes follow, but only few occasions where ES can follow the NQ. And I was thinking that could be the day to day where divergence is going to be the positive divergence. The reason being is that the ES can hold the 6300. And I was keep telling you last few days that 6300 is a very good level, is a psychological level, is an important level. As far as it holds, you do not need to be bearish on the indexes. And if you recall, one of the best trade we had yesterday is when in the opening range when the ES held the 6300 and we went long. So NQ was here, ES was here above 6300, the key level over the highs. I was pretty sure this market going to go over the highs and at least the retest of the high. I was not sure it's going to break out, but I was pretty sure it's going to go and retest the new high. And then when the new high happens, and was just able to consolidate and just keep moving back up. So rest is history. So though I was, my thesis was right, but I usually don't like to hold too long because I felt like that when I stare at my screen too long after 10, 30, 11, I make more mistakes. So I just stay on my comfort zone. I don't try to overstretch myself, don't trick too much. uh, but the idea was similar, that NQ was already over the highs, ES is holding the key levels and just moving back now. Now, if we look at what today's plan is going to be a little tough for us. Why? Because market is over the highs. And let's just remove the pre-market data, and then you're going to see what I'm talking about. It. Let's just remove the moving averages as well. Uh, yeah. All right. Let's look at see here. So we know that July 15 would mark ES is make the new high, right? Um, and I'm gonna share you some more story, the background. So how how the structure breaks out and how the structure fails. Okay, that is very important for you guys to understand and learn. We have covered into the past sessions. Maybe this Wednesday when we're gonna cover the class, I'm gonna speak more on those structures. But just give you the hint. So what happened? There's a two kind of failure happens. The first failure happens that assume that this is the previous high, this candle is a previous high, so market came back down, move up, came back down, make the new high. Sometimes what market is does that exactly at the previous level, just touch and then fail. Okay, that does usually happen on the intraday level, that the intraday level market move back up and then fail. Okay, this is the first failure happens. Okay, second failure scenario is looks like this. So for instance, again, there's the same candle, right? Um, any index or stock move back up, down, and then it breaks. So and it doesn't fail on the exactly at the level. What it does that maybe day, sometime 1 day, sometime 2 days, it stay over it, trap the longs, and then suddenly fails. Okay, and I can show you the real example of this. It happens when exactly the breakdown happened uh, before the tariff news. You can see that market broke and then failed. So look at here. So you can see here, and I'm going to draw that. So this was a previous high, right? And on this day, I think what is it? I think is the February 19th, after the FOMC announcement, market make the new high, right? Market made the new high, came back down, but didn't fail anything. Nothing. It didn't do anything wrong. But then we saw the failure starting to happen. And sometimes these traps are more dangerous because that is really hard for individuals to understand. They think that this is breaking out, all trends are coming out, this broke out, and they're thinking, okay, this could be just this breakdown is just like a lower high. And once market going to come back up, they're going to move back up. But what happened? No, market just slightly back down in. Then people think, okay, you know what? This is always the area where people buy, right? So again, buyer's gonna come in. Buyer came in, but what happened? Fail again, right? And then that's the where the bull traps comes in after making the new highs. And and if you look at it, what I'm just saying that given this is a July, right? This is a time of a July. We don't know whether this new high is going to stick around or is just going to fail. But I'm not sure when it's going to fail. Right? Is going to fail today? Is going to fail tomorrow? Is going to fail, after next Monday or Tuesday when the next week starts? What I'm just saying that we need to be cautious and cognizant and trade with the structure. If the structure is bullish, there's no point for you to be bearish, right? Thinking you know, overly negative or overly in a different direction of the price action. But yes, but when you see the things start failing, then you don't even think about your recent biasness. Hey, everything was bought back here, so when market going to come back here is also going to buy back. No, not necessarily, right? Market can just continue dropping, coming. The way it came back up, it came back, come back down as well. So you never question the structure. You always look for the market structure, what market is trying to tell you, and then you appropriately plan. So now, if you look at it, we have a clear high, right, which is 63.41. And then yesterday we have a high is 63.45. Right now we are almost 63.50, right? We are on the 63.50. So you can see, right? The ranges are breaking, lower get ranges are getting lower on the upside. The reason being is the more bullishness coming in, there will be a less people buying, unless we see the short squeeze, people start shorting it and then indexes just keep moving back up. And it's already happened a couple of times. So now, if we wanted to go long, we need to see a little bit of pullback, maybe into the same place of 63.40, where we can go long to ride to the upside, right? Or we get the breakout. Breakout means that the market continues to break out 63.50, and then we're gonna look for 63.60, 63.70. That's maybe we can look for, right? It's summer, but what if market wants to do that? We can't question that market, why market is doing it, right? So historically, summer is not the month where a lot of breakout happens. But if it happens, then you just need to respect it. Any question, guys? I think that the I think that there is at this time there is, other than the retail, some stubborn retail, they wanted to short. I don't think so. There are a lot of people are shorting this. Um, uh, because when you short, okay, just imagine what is the psyche of shorting it. When you see you have an edge, right? Edge you come in, then when you have extreme move without any pullback, right? uh, one way of looking at it. Number two, you're coming towards the resistance, right? You're making a lower high structure. That's where usually the institutions comes in and then short it, right? Right now, what you see here, what does the structure look like? If you look at the structure, what structure look like? Market is just taking a consolidation after every move. So look at this one. You can exactly understand what I'm saying. So this move came in. It was a big move, extended move. What happened? Definitely those who were short sellers, they were shorting it here. Okay, they were short selling, shorting it. They might have do the coverage here. Market move back up. Long has added, move back up here again. The resistance came in. You see, consolidation is happening. Are the short sellers shorting it? Yes, likely be there. They might be creating the position, right? And then longs are waiting for the bull flag to form. Okay, what happened? The dip here. There might be some people thinking is a short. They shorted it, but what happened? The buyers came in and they squeezed everyone, right? All short sellers. So on this candle, the short sellers are gone, right? Then what happened again? Again consolidation, slow momentum. People think, oh, now it's just failing. What happened? Buyers again came in the support and then pushed the price up. The price back up again here. Now you think that, okay, this is maybe the lower highs from that short seller might be shorting it here and the longs are taking profit. What happened? Those who have taken the profit or those who are adding it after next day again, moving back up, people might have added it, short squeeze, short people are short, squeeze out, or maybe they're closing the position. And then if you look at it after that, market is just slowly moving up. So where would you short? Okay, this could be the short area because of the 14 days of run. But when you see that the market is really holding and not even moving, 50, 80 points move other than that, then you would be crazy to short because market will just keep moving back up. And when the market is making the new highs, You can't just predict. You cannot just predict, oh, this is going to be the high of the area, and I'm going to short. No, you don't know what is high for the market, unless market will tell you. Okay, how market will tell you? Market going to come back, going up, 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 and one point in time, market going to stall itself, and then come back down. Suddenly going to come back down. You won't be able to predict this first move. Then market move back up, and that's where you need to come in and take the second leg down. So if you're gonna front run the market, you're gonna burn your capital. Nothing else you're gonna do. You're just gonna burn your capital because nobody knows what is top. Okay, you know, nobody knows, but we know the trend is up. So if trend is up, just follow the trend. Trend is your best friend. So you just play move by move, okay? That's why I said problem is always happens in the market is that the recent biasness or recent price action biasness, it's so overwhelming onto your mind that even the good traders sometimes not able to adapt, right? So for instance, if you imagine, if you just remember, you forget this area. uh, this area is as stubborn as was it is. If you recall, deep AI came in. There was a big sell-off happened. Immediately bought back up. Japanese carryover trade all bought back up. There was another news of the Iran. I remember there was. You can see the chart. There are at least three or four gap down happens within this time frame of the after the election period from December to February, and every gap down was bought back up. You remember, Vivek? Every and a gap down was bought back up, and that's create your recent biasness. When you're trading this price action, you're thinking, you know what? If the buyers came in here, they must gonna come back here as well, but they didn't come. They came on this side. So now when you are here, you're thinking that, okay, there was last 2 weeks ago there was selling happening, so every red candle you feel like you need to short because you have a recent biasness of this when there was no bets in the market. But what happened? You again fail. You're going to lose money. So what happened is that even the good traders not able to adapt sometimes with the recent biasness, and this is one of the very human nature that you always going to judge anyone in your life when the event happened just few days ago. It's called the recency biasness. But if you have a recency biasness, it's really going to be harder for you to make money because you need to be objective and see what market presents to you. Give it to you in the moment rather than you're going to look at it what happened 2 days ago or 4 days ago. And you vouch me, Vivek, well, do you guys remember there was this area was every dip would bought back up. This big candle is was FOMC sell off, right? Then gap down happened. Yeah, overnight. Every Sunday evening there was a gap down because one reason of other, and then Monday bought back up. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember on the YouTube? Right, so what happened here? So you have that recency biasness, and when the market was falling, you thinking about the same thing. Oh my, someone now buyer are going to come back in, they're going to protect the market, let me just buy the dip. Market cannot come back down that much. But when this dip happened, then you realize, market can come down that much. Right now you say, you know what, I'm going to short everything. So now you started, now you what you did, every pullback you started shorting it, but now market has changed the direction. The market wants to move back up, right? Now maybe when the market is going to reach 7,000, by the way, we are only 50, only how many points? Only 500 points, 750 points away, right, from the 7,000. So once we're gonna reach close to 6,500, 6,600, then you realize, you know what? yeah, market can go back up, and then you start buying long, and then market will change the direction. Then so point is not that you need to be head of the market, or the point is not you need to be behind the market. What you need to do, you need to be in the market, the present. Look at the moment. You need to be in the moment. You need to objectively assess what market wants to do. All right, so 9:15. Let's prepare the plan. Uh, let's do the 30 minutes chart here. If you have no questions, so as we said, that market is now moving. Okay, so market retest the VWAP, came back down, retested the previous high, and then I'm moving back up. Similarly, NQ, the same thing happened. Uh, Retested the previous high, now moving back up. As I said, that it's really strong price action, but we need to see a pullback, because without the pullback, we won't be able to trade well. We don't have too much room. It may go make the new high, but we can't predict that. If we get the pullback to 63.40, the previous high, and we see if we can held, then we can go long. Or if we see that this start failing again, 63.40, 63, 38 area, and coming back down, then we can look for the short. As far as holding those areas, we should be considered long. So if as far as it's above the previous high, we should go long, and if it's below the previous high, then we can look for the short. Let's see what was the high of the previous time in NQ. Let's just mark. So 23,220, and then the 23,204. So 23,200 was the area. Right now, 73 points above NQ. And it can be just the consolidation day as well. So if you look at the weekly chart, we have the week one, and then 2 weeks of consolidation, and then breakout. So the only question is that are we thinking that this week is going to close solid green, or this week, or we are thinking that it's going to close, with the topping tail, right? Or we are thinking that it's going to close like this. And today is a Friday. It's going to know we have the bottoming tail, we have the topping tail. The question is that is this green line going to come here and end, or is this going to go and close above very strong, right? I don't know. We're going to see how this candle is forming, and then we can appropriately plan. So 63.40 could be a key level to see that the market can hold. Similarly, NQ 23,200, if those areas fails, then we definitely can look for little downside pressure, but it's definitely today is going to be a little harder. Friday, before the weekend, and then the when is the OPEX? Today is the OPEX. Is the third week? Oh, it's the OPEX day today. Vivek, it is the witch hunting Friday. Is the OPEX? Let's check. So it is a monthly expiry. June. Okay, so we have just a monthly expiration today. Okay. Yeah. The problem only with zero DT is that and I love trading SPX options, and the problem with the zero DT is that if you're starting out, it's just a bit hard for you to manage risk. Unless you are very confident about how instrument moves and you are, I've seen these days a lot of screenshots are moving along, people are scalping SPX options. It's just a matter of time when they're going to blow that down. you know it's all simulated or is it? I don't think so. Is I don't want to comment, but uh, good luck. Yeah, if somebody can do that. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You don't have that much even liquidity on the zero DT by taking 200, 300 contracts. You can't even take that. Market makers screw you on the commissions and the spreads and everything. Because you're trading like a penny stock, right? You're 30, 40 cents, 50 cents, $1 move, right? So it doesn't have a liquid. Go back and check the liquidity, that does it have enough volume for you to trade? Because if that many contract, if you take it, it should report as unusual volume activity. Who buy on a one order, 20, 10, 20, you can understand. Even when it's a momentum, when the candle size, see, as you said, for if the candle has 600, 400,000 shares in a 1 minute, volume 600, 400, is nothing. Look at the Nvidia momentum days. When the momentum comes in, the volume go all the way to the 800,000, 1 million shares in a 1 minute, or 500,000 shares in 1 minute, right? That's called the participation, and I can show you here. So if you look at here, so this is the NVD, right? So this is, let's look at the 2 minutes chart. We have few minutes, so I can talk on this. So let's look at this one. Okay, so this is the breakout momentum over 160, right? Look at the volume. So this candle has a 4 million shares, right, in 2 minutes. Over 3.7 million shares, 1.5 million shares, right? So on these days, if you're taking zero DT, I can totally get it, because there is a big volume coming in. You have a lot of participation from the industry. But if you take any other normal day, and you start taking that many shares, just like for instance, if you're going short here, right? So what is the volume here, right? Over 1.2, 723, 900. You see that the volume. So this is not only the zero GD. This is the volume from market maker activities, the momentum, right? Everything together. So on those days, if you're buying the put options here, 200, 300 contract into 1 minute, it will trigger as unusual activity immediately. On the so many unusual activities, algos get reactive to that size. They're gonna open up the spreads, they're gonna move, they're gonna do some funky momentum. All right, so we have a clear plan now. Let's see that we have 5 minutes, so let's take a small meditation break. And we exactly know our level, so I really want the 63.40 to hold before I consider long. Similarly, if you can get the pullback around 23,200, that could be the area. But if it start breaking out, then we need to see that I need to clearly see the breakout. Then I will go long. Otherwise, I think that it's just gonna be a little harder to really trade today, because it's gonna be could be a chop day, could be a consolidation day after the yesterday move. But if we get the pullback and we see the running back up, then we have a 15 20 points range here. We're gonna get NQ 30 40 50 60 80 points range. It's much easier to trade. But if it just consolidate, come back down, you know and didn't give us too much range, then it's gonna be harder. So we'll see how market unfold in the next few minutes. All right, so charts are clear. ES, this is 2 minute chart. This is the 2 minute chart here. Okay, so let's wait for the market. I'm gonna be back in a few minutes. If any questions, just drop on the YouTube. Guys, really gonna appreciate if you give a thumbs up. And if you like the discussion analysis you learned, really appreciate if you can also share our stream and reshare on the X. That will really help us to get more views, what we're looking for, and help us to grow. Really appreciate if you can help us. Right. What happened? We got the big spike. This. Oh man, this guy. This is just maybe just a last short squeeze, basically. Who knows? Market is crazy. Cap already. Right, my dash again is jumping too long, too much. Okay, all right. So we are coming back. The first move is down. Um, we close the gap. So this is what I was talking about, that if we coming back down, and we need to see, can we hold this 23, 63, 40 area? So no need to, rush today. Look at this bar. It's really big bar. It's almost 7, 8 points bar coming in here on the 1 minute chart. Just slow down. Just stay patient today. How do you guys feel about my cough now? Do you feel better? I have my follow-up appointment with doctor today. So that's good. So it's getting better, but I think still didn't go completely. But I think maybe 5-10% remaining, I guess. All right, so it's holding. Just a small drop and then holding. I'm not. I want to watch. Uh, we can consider a squeeze trade here if it's go over the highs. NQ is very close to 23,000. Imagine NQ just making another high. NQ doesn't want to, and then the ES is also 352. So we were hoping to go to 40. It just went 45. There you go. One more move coming in. Um, I just want to wait a little bit, 5 minutes, because it's just too much risk. Hard to know if it's gonna fail here. It's just gonna drop multiple points. So just wait a little bit, just a little bit more. NQ is super strong. ES is super strong. Okay, this coming back down now. See, look at this. The problem is that the lot of support here created from 6 to 9 o'clock. Look at how many times it's bought back up. It's easily, again, somebody can buy here. And ES is further away from 63.40. Crazy price action. So see, the goal is not to make money every day. Goal is to make money in good days and do not lose money into those days. So we had a beautiful week this week. We have a lot of good trades throughout the week. So assume that if you made $500 yesterday, given we have such a good momentum, Our job is not to lose more than 150 $200, so you still be positive, right? We want the week end should be very green for us to enjoy the week. So purpose is not to trade. Trading is just a means. Our end goal is to be a profitable traders. So um, um, we do not need to force the trade. We know this is the extension of the continuous trade. And when this continuation happens, sometimes you may find a good trade, sometimes not. And sometimes only one drop happens, and then when you chase the continuation of that drop and you just squeeze it out. So we need to be very careful. We only take a sniper mind. We're gonna take one good trade, and we're gonna end our week very green and very strong, so we can come back much more stronger next week. So if ES and NQ stay in the range, you don't need to be hero uh, to see. But if things come up, because you look at the NQ 23,200 is here, and ES 6340 is here. If they both come together, we find a consolidation, we can easily take the right back up. But if we find divergences, we find lag, we didn't find a nice reaction, and if you see the breakout, then we can join the breakout. But again, we need to look for the right consolidation because we are over the highs, right? So we're not going to say, oh, it's moving back up, we're going to short. No, I'm saying. But I'm saying that if it's going to break out, we will try to find a long entry. But if it come back down here, consolidate, we again going to find the long entry. But if this area fails and cannot hold, then that just really means that market is just losing the yesterday movement, and then we look for the short. So we don't need to look for the short on the upside. So 5 minutes are over. First 5 minutes are red candle. Right now we are retesting the opening ranges. You can see clearly that ES is below the prior day close. NQ is just retesting prior day close. You can clearly see 6340 was the area where ES was closed yesterday, and NQ closed 23,250. So that could be the area where we can find some support, and we're gonna see. And I'm looking for that area if we can find it. Both come together at the same time, then we can look for the long. It can easily come back down, and come back down close to 23,200 area as well. So just today is going to be a day of a patient. you know Seems failing here. Look at this, what happens. I see lots and lots of orders sitting on the book map on 23,250 on NQ. So it seems that there possibility that the NQ might gonna grab those orders. And NQ is close to the low of the day, opening range breakdown happening here. I'm not taking that breakdown. This looks tempting. There is a big order 23,250. So there's a high chances that NQ may drop here and get the orders filled. E has come very close to 63.43. NQ came all the way to the 23.54 and then now moving back up. Not able to finish that order. So even though there were sellers there, but the buyers were so many buyers, the sellers get exhausted. Sellers doesn't have that much to sell. Okay, this failure happened. I think we should look for the long if it hold very strong. Let's see, can it hold here? See, can this pullback be buyback again? Get ready for ES to go long if this pullback is bought back up. Very slow price action, but ES is holding that. Still watching it. Seems to me that the ES can go to 63.50. But let's see. Right now, this is 2 minute chart. You can see that almost 10 minutes are over. We only have one green candle. So there's a lot of selling pressure on the top side. So weakness is more than the buying pressure. So we can look for the downside move if breakdowns happen on the both side. We have a one bottoming tail. This is the 15th, almost 12 minutes are over. Okay. I'm just a little more cognizant of the big order sitting on NQ. That's why I'm not interested in shorting it, given a lot of pressure coming in on the NQ side. We'll see. Okay, let's give a little more time. Even if we miss this short side, that's fine. It's likely seems like a short, but even if we miss this short, that's fine. Given we have divergences in the order bookmap. But if you look at the both are under the lows, and they wanted to break down, we have a one smaller buying pressure with a little higher green volume. But if you look at the ES doesn't have that much volume, so still weak. Out of 14 minutes, the only one green candle. So look like they wanted to break down, but there's a big order sitting on NQ. You know, and I don't know what NQ. Even this, you look at this candle came in, and I was telling you that there's a lot of sitting volume, even though buyers are aggressive, but they couldn't, outsmart all the buyers. They were selling it, but then there were so many buyers. Buyers basically absorbed all the aggressive sellers. So you can see here the volume is green, but there's no volume on the ES. ES look a little bit more weaker. They want to come back down. NQ is holding really nicely. So it's a 50-50 risk reward here. on the downside. Watch here that if this breakdown fails here, it could squeeze. Okay, is it failing now? Is failing. Let's see. Still, I see a lot of orders on NQ. NQ is not able to consume. Come on. What do you think, guys? You guys want to try shorting it? I'm just not feeling comfortable shorting it, given the book map. But the candle and everything looks really good. We can wait. I can wait. Oh, see, here you go. See, bounce. That's exactly I was telling that. Okay, we can still watch. Maybe this bounce again fail, and then market comes back down. Then we can look for the short. If this area holds, then we can look for the long. It's nicely consolidating under this zone. Okay, let's see what is happening here. Still a lot of orders. Okay, if it's breakout and fail the break here, we can consider going long here. Only if ES can claim 63.48. Okay, I think it's moving back now. If you want to consider going long, you can consider going long here. Your risk would be the low of the day, which is the 4 points down there. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm long. I'm long. Let's see what it does. Can it squeeze these fellows? Okay, I'm long. Slow move, only get the 1 point so far. Let's see, can it hold the VWAP? Come on. Come on, Mr. ES. Okay, moving come back in. Those who have traded NQ, they would have 10-15 points in. But today is a little low range day, so I like to trade ES. So then even if I lose less. Even if I make money, I make less. That's fine. And you can see that yesterday I went almost 4 contracts of ES. Today I only went 1 contract because I feel like that today is a slower day unless we break out. So uh, I'm just managing my risk in a way that instead of 4 contracts, I'm just going 1 contract to manage the risk. Already, all right, it's moving nicely. We are almost 3 points up. Let's see, can we get the 53 pre-market opening range 52? Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm gonna put the order close to 53. Let's see, can it claim here? I want another push 52.75, which is basically the opening range is the 52.30. So I need to put a little bit down here. Okay, come on, one more push. Can it squeeze? Oh, very strong bullish. Let's see how this candle ends. This is a 5-minute bullish engulfing candle coming in. If it's gonna engulf, it's still 15 seconds left. Let's see. Can it? Can it? Can it? No, don't. No reversal. Come on. No reversal. It can see if it fails here, it's gonna make the lower high structure. So we need to stop out. Okay. If it fails here, it's going to be lower high structure. But if it's gonna further go up, it's gonna be engulfing structure and market going to make the new high. So be careful. Let's see. It shouldn't be rejecting the over the highs. Come on. Claim 62.50, 63.50. Come on, claim 63.50. So if I'm gonna put the break-even stop loss order, I just put it. If it's gonna break 63.50, then it's likely be the reversal of the rejection in lower high structure. But as far as moving back up, it's good. Come on, come on, come on, make the new high. Come on, come on. But I don't want to take the risk here. The see here, the reason being I'm saying that you need to be cognizant of the other structure, whether you are long or short. So if it's really a short, then people might be shorting here considering as the lower, okay, I'm out, there's a lower high structure here, right? So it can easily be the lower high structure here as well. So always remember those things, that when you go long, don't marry the trade. So I'm out. We'll reevaluate later on. As I said, that this is the middle of the range. I'm not interested particularly in shorting it, but this is a lower high structure. But if it gets squeezed here, I can re-add into my trade. I'm going to re-add into the trade if it's going to be the squeeze here. See, if it gets squeezed here, then I can consider adding it. But right now, I'm stopped out. Here you go. Look at this. Did you see that? Did you see that? See, that's why I stopped out. Did you see that? How many of you stopped out on the right time? Did you guys stop out with me or no? Guys, did you guys stop out with me? See how see man, I need some thumbs up on that, man. I save you guys a lot of money. See, that's why it's really important to look at the structure. Did you see that? Even though you're long, but you need to look at the other side of the structure as well. So what people must be doing it here, that the sellers are coming in here and dumping the shares here, right? You can argue that, hey, why didn't we flip? We didn't flip because it's still in the middle of the range, right? I don't know whether it's going to break this range yet or no. So there's no good risk reward. So I I don't mind stopping out at the break even, then the trading other side of it. How about the YouTube guys? Any one of you stopped? That's good. But you see, right? You see that, that it's so important to look at the other side of the structure as well. So I think this could be the good long on this drop, because it went all the way against 63.41. But I still, see, it came exactly in the zone which we expecting. Did you see that? This zone, but but still, I'm not comfortable going long. If it come a little bit more than we could have, but it came exactly in the zone and then bought back up. And look at the NQ. Yeah, look at the NQ. We are asking the NQ to come back down here. So you know what? But it's very low range there. It's very low range there. So I don't want to play this game by taking 10 points move. Look at the range in NQ. It's very tiny range. Um, so from 23310 to 225, only 60 points range. Each candle size is almost the 20 points. So when those see the traders, where trader lose money, trader lose money on these days when they force the trades. And if you have not watched yet, you can go watch on our YouTube channel. I created a video where tell that every morning when I create my day plan, I basically determine whether my day would be rate as a plus day, or I think about the it's going to be an average day, low range day, and then before even the session I basically decide those ranking, and I appropriately sized, because today I feel like there's a narrow range day. I just being very low size, 1/4 of my size, 1/5 of my size. So even I'm wrong, I'm not emotionally coming back in, because this is a you know very shallow range. And if you have just stopped out a couple of times in your bad timing, you're gonna lose a lot of money, right? Just imagine that you just went long here the way, and then you didn't stop out. You might have stopped out and took the big hit. Then you're gonna reconsider getting in long again, and then it just push back further down to you, right? Or you consider shorting it and it bounce back on you, right? Because this shallow range is really hard to trade. So as a trader, you need to identify those days, and then just try avoid. If you can avoid not trading at all, just don't trade it. But if you really wanted to trade and wanted to explore, that maybe this day could turn into a big day, so then take smaller size position. So that way, the day prior or the good days where you have made a lot of money, you will not lose all of them, right? And you still be objective in your thinking process and not pushing too hard. So right now, this is really engulfing candle, still but holding those levels. I still wanted to see that if we can come back down again, and we see a real bounce, then we can go back to take to the upside. But now we are losing the VWAP. We're coming back down in the ranges. This range is really tight range. As I explained to you that sometime these high of the days breaks the subsequent day. So far market structure is the downside, lower highs. Okay, it could be just a small consolidation day, but it's definitely a lower high day. Thank you, appreciate it, Christian, for smashing like. Really appreciate. So really weak. We can definitely consider going short, but look at the time of the day. It's almost 2.5 minutes remaining in closing the 30 minutes mark. And usually the futures get the reversals or the continuation in the first 30 minutes. Most of the time is the reversals if it's a narrow range days. So it could be in another reversal. So we need to watch out. We can't just jump into the trade. Just imagine that there are a lot of orders on the NQ and 23250. Even those aggressive buyers are still not able to take all the orders. So still buying. Buyers are still buying here on this level. It never broke 23,250. So again, pulling back. So just today, just relax. Okay, don't try to push too many trades. That's my advice to you. Even if you need to end a day break even or flat, it's okay. No trade is a trade. I know I'm talking something very strange, very which you're not gonna hear from the other YouTube channels. They might have taken six trades already because they pump the trades. Because when you take the trades, that's where you engage people, right? The people get stay engaged, you know, uh, you know. But we don't want to do that. Here you go. Look at this 10 o'clock reversal. Did you see that? Look at this bounce. What I was telling you, that look at this reversal. Just imagine if you went short here, another squeeze, another squeeze, and you are done for the day. You already lost the whole week profit in 30 minutes. What I told you that the moment the 10 o'clock gonna turn in, usually if the reversal comes in. Didn't I mention to you? Look at this. That's why, see here, I basically have alarms there, reminders for me, for myself as well. And always keep the watch clock, look at the every minute, how time are progressing. The biggest lesson what I've learned when I was doing the day trading, in my early days, when I trading my own, I basically lost the control and the realization that how times are moving. Sometimes you spend hours and hours and you don't realize that. So if you really wanted to be consistently profitable, remind yourself that how clock is moving. Okay, now 30 minutes are getting over. What I really need to expect? Do I need to expect something else? Blah blah blah. You keep reminding yourself about those time zone, then only you're gonna be more consistently profitable. So as I told you, it's coming back down. It's going to be really, really tempting. Look at it. It's below the opening ranges. There might be a lot of traders who push the opening drive. They will say, "Oh, go short here." What happened next? You're squeezed out, right? So it's not only about the opening drive. It's also the timing when you wanna take it, right? What day it is. It is a good day for you guys. So it's really, really important. Really, really important. So, guys, so if today is a day where I have let you save a lot of money, and you really think that did a good job, so here you go. You can buy a coffee for me, or support us by joining our membership or sharing our stream on the Twitter, whatever you feel like you can do in your means. Just do it. It will help us, and to we get to go with the right traders who are really struggling and need the right support, rather than coming to those pumping affiliate bonuses and the all accounts. So um, maybe this will help us to get to the people who really need help. So again, it's a very shallow day. NQ is still below the opening range. E is still within the opening range. So when this happens, one thing or two things happen. When it's a very tiny range, either market going to stay within that consolidation range, or market going to break on a one way and very aggressively in the later in the day, right? So right now we have a shallow range, but at the same time we are making the lower highs. Okay, we are making the lower highs, and I see that the NQ 23,250 orders are disappearing. So let's try shorting it now. I think there's no order on NQ 23,250. I'm going to short NQ 23,250. I'm short here. I think it's going to break down. I don't see any more order on 23,250. The order disappeared suddenly. So I'm short NQ. Unless they disappeared and reappeared this order, but I see the book map is clean now. There's no orders on the book map. Okay, so far it's moving. It broke 22 to 322.50. Okay, it's moving very nicely. I'm gonna put it here so you can see here. So here I just took the one contract here. But same thing because we went short on the downside. I'm not gonna give too much room. If it's gonna come on the break even, I'm gonna stop out. But if it's gonna keep moving it, I'm gonna take the profit at 23, almost 25, 30 points. So I'm in. I'm gonna secure some profit. I'm gonna take the trailing stop order. Not now, not now, not now. Come a little bit down for the. Come, here you go. Here you go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. I'm down, 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 down. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Little bit more. Little bit more. Come on, little bit more. Come on, little bit more. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna push a little bit up. I don't want. Come on, little bit more. 50. I don't want there's a 50 to reclaim. Come on, it could be a buying because 63.40 on the ES side is a buying, but I don't see the orders coming down here. So it could be here you go. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. Okay, I've stopped out. Um, let's see if I can it's coming down now. Okay. But I'm out. But if you are still holding it, you can little bit trail because I think seems a little weak. You can go the 23 to 119 easily. You can go to 23 to 119, but put the stop loss at 23 250 because if it's breakdown, if it's gonna hold this, if it's gonna reclaim 23 250, then it's just gonna uh, pull back up. So uh, I took the early profit. If it's reclaimed 23 250, just stop out. Okay. ES is also coming back down now. There's a fair chances there is no order. The bookmap order cleaned on 23 250. Um, I think there is a fair chance it's going to go retest 23 220. Anyone took the trade with me here? Awesome. See, sometimes it's really all right. Good, awesome. It's moving. It's still moving, man. It's really moving. So see, that's why all the tools I'm giving to you. You always watch the bookmap on the other screen, and this trade was really quick, right? So those on the YouTube, I don't know whether you're able to get this trade or not, but that's the advantage of the Discord that you can get it live without any delay. Uh, you know uh, and just one trade and you're gonna pay the whole subscription. Is not too expensive. I kept it very cheap. It's only $100, $150 depending on the promotion for the month. But always remember, keep the other side open, other thing open. The bookmap stream on your screen is going to help you. And then sometimes they just manipulate it, and I can share the screenshot with you, but it's on my different system. Let me see if I can share the screenshot. Anyone can go back to this. Let me just go back here. I think I can if I go to the YouTube stream and then do it. Okay, I don't need help here. I can do myself. Here, look at this. So look at this. Do you guys see my screen on the YouTube? Do you guys see? Here, look at this. So there was a big order sitting, and I was telling you that that there's a big support created here. Even though, see here, even though this time even didn't touch it here, but when the spike happened, they have removed that. They have removed that. Suddenly they have removed it. And that's where I noticed it. I see, let's short this one because they remove the support. It's likely that they're gonna just push it a little lower. Do you guys see that? Is it visible on your screen? Look at this. So that's why it's really important to this put this stream always on your screen. You know, it's always going to help you to progress. So ESNQ making lower highs. It's still weak. They just retested 23,250. Let's see, can it reclaim? I didn't make the too much, but I made the Big Mac money. I mean, a couple of Big Mac money. Vivek, did you take the trade? That's a, what about you, Julian? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I also got 15, 20 points. What about Dan, Julian? I know Dan will be showed it from the top, so I know the answer. He's a doctor. Yeah, no, yeah. All right, so watch this area. ES is exactly the 6341 area which I was talking about. And if NQ and ES bounce back from both from that area, there's a high likelihood that they can reclaim that. Okay, that it might push back up again. Okay, and it just really means that market is in a consolidation. But if this fails, if this area fails here, then ES and NQ can easily go back into 6335, 63,330 area, and NQ is 63,204 area. Here you go, man. Julian, you're still holding it. You're a brave guy. Yeah, yeah. I don't like to play those kind of a trade. A scalp is fine, but I don't like holding it. But in all means, I was telling you, is a lower high structure and is keep moving down. So there could be another leg down, but it's so close to the support area that I don't want it to get squeezed again. Even imagining of squeeze is just it just make me nervous. So everyone is different. So, but if you can hold this, you can clearly see there's a lower high structure. There could be another leg come back quickly. You can look at this. The ES just failed here again, NQ failed it again here. But given they're very close to the support area, that's I don't like it. Yeah, and also I felt like that I just grab whatever I get it, because I felt like today is not the day you're gonna get the big move. It might be just a consolidation, at least in the first hour and so we'll be trading it. So I say, what, even I getting a 200 bucks, I will just take it. Okay, here is the second leg coming in, which I was talking about because of the lower high. So this leg could go exactly where we need to. Watch for the breakdown. If this breakdown happen under the lows, it can give you another 10, 15 points to move. But if it breakdown fails here, then you can just stop out because ES is very close to 6340. Okay, if NQ fails here, okay, but don't go long thinking of it as long. Okay, another leg coming down. Let's see that this can go to 63.20. If we get the entry a little bit higher, then we would have taken a better trade and hold that. Given we don't have that room, I don't feel like to hold that. So see, given this leg is coming, let's see what it does or to sink 23,220 or 23,000 level. We might gonna get the bounce trade there if we're gonna get it. Okay, this leg is coming. Let's see, can it claim 23,200? There is a big order 2320 and 63,330 is moving. Let's see, can it hold 63,330? Okay, big flush coming in. Okay, watch for the watch for the pullback here. Okay, I'm going long NQ. If it's gonna break, I'm gonna take 3-point risk. Oh, not sorry, went the. Okay, it's not holding it. If it's gonna close to the, if it's gonna break the low of the day, I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna re-enter later on 23,200 break. So if it's gonna fail here, I'm gonna stop out. Watch, I might gonna stop out here and then I'm gonna re-enter if it's gonna fail 23,200. Okay, so far it's good. Can it? Can it? This is a third attempt towards the downside. Okay, if it's gonna break 23,210, I'm gonna stop out. Okay, it's holding it. Come on. Because I see the big order on the book map, and I feel like it's going to hold that. So I didn't add into it, but if it's gonna go over to my entry price, I don't mind adding it into my winning position than the losing position. Let's see what it does here. It's 5 more seconds to see that how this candle ends. Come on. Make it more bullish. Come on. Okay, it's good. We are turning green. Come on. Now we want a little bit more push to all the way 23,250. I'm gonna put the stop out here. Okay, let's see. Can it go? I'm not adding it, but you know, after the first pullback, if I get the entry, I'm gonna add. It's close to the pre-market low, but looks really good. Come on, don't pull back now. Yeah, let people add into this pullback. This is a strength pullback. Okay, I'm not adding into it, but looks good. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm gonna put the stop loss. I put the stop loss so then we can at least take some profit. Here you go, moving. Come on, come on, more, 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 more. At least give us a 300 bucks. Come on, 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 come on. Oh, no, man, I stopped out. I'm stopped out on the profit. Well, I will re-enter it because this is a big momentum. I was trying to trail it and I stopped out. I'm gonna re-enter it if it's gonna go over the high. Okay, I'm long here. I feel like this is really strong momentum coming in here. Come on, come on. There is an order at 63,250. But it's holding too long. Okay, good. I really like it. Oh, here you go. Come on. Initial, my target was close to 47. Come on, let it go. A little bit more. Come on. Don't let me stop out. Come on. This time. Come on. Push. Push. Push, 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 push. It's really pulling back. Come on. Oh man, I don't have the room. Oh, here you go. We got trapped here. Let's see. Still within the range. I didn't have any ATM stop, but if it's gonna break here, I'm gonna stop out. It might gonna go grab the 23,200 stop order. If it's gonna go below this drop. It has to hold 63.10, 63,210. I'm launching the book map. Still holding it 63,210. My hard stop loss will be 63,210 if you are in the trade. Let's see, can it go further up? Okay, I think I'm gonna stop out. Is if it's gonna break 63.210, I'm gonna be stop out. It's so close to the. Okay, I'm out. I'm out. If it's gonna go and reclaim 63.210, I'm gonna re-enter it. And this was I get stuck into this trade, so I'm red now, slightly red. Uh, $200, $240. Let's see if it can we can go back green again if it's gonna do the 23,200 trade. So look at here, it still didn't break the 23. It came back down 23,205, but it seems like the way the aggressive selling is happening, it can easily get leaked now. Uh, it can easily, and we have almost 5 minutes left before the 10:30, so it can continue the momentum. Here you go. It got leaked here. I'm already out. I'm not in the trade. There you go. Let's see what it does. There you go. Momentum coming in. So as we're saying in the morning that sometime it just failure come in the next day or intraday. The failure come in now. So it's likely be, let's see, this is going to be last chance uh, for the NQ to bounce, which is close to 23 150 180 area, but not yet. Okay, this is the first pullback coming in now. Let's see what it does here. 2 minutes before the 10:30. Both indexes are bouncing back now. See if we can bounce back to 23,200, we can go long. If we can hold 23,200, this is the first strength move came in. Let's see, can it hold 23,200? Or we have another leg down here. Just see, can it claim 23,200 here? Let's see, can it hold 23,200? Right now, still weak. Almost 30 minutes are over. Okay, I think the another leg is coming down now as well. It's really bearish. Look at the volume on the red candles coming very aggressively. So right now we are on the S3 and NQ. We already lost at S3. Okay, I'm gonna try long here. I think it's holding 23,200. Let's see, can it hold? The ES and NQ both bouncing at the same time. See, can it go? Still looks so weak. So 63,330 is the level. Remember, we're talking about that the market should bounce here and ES make the double bottom here. They still look weak. Just watching to see that if we can get the bounce to the 6342, which is basically the 21 EMA, or the pre-market low, which is the close to 4142. Still have 30 more seconds. Let's see how this 5 minutes get over. It can just be the bearish candle as well. That's good. Bounce came in really nice. Can it hold? Come on, come on. Can it hold? It's rejecting the 21 EMA on a lower time frame, which is really not good at all. But see, this trend has broken. This is the first consolidation happening after the significant red move. What we really looking for, if we can get the 23, 230, 240, you know what I mean? Okay, so far it's moving really nicely. Come on, come on, come on, don't pull back now. We're getting the small share size, the NQ, I basically went MNQ given the, sorry, I went to the NQ size on this bounce. Let me just put my screen here so you can see here. Um, so you can see here, just zoom in a little bit. So still in the profit, but let me see that if we can get the, just want to, it's rejected again the 21 EMA, so it can easily be the false, long side. I'm just going to put the break even if it's going to fail here, 23,200, which was I was thinking as a key level. So really, look, given the volume it is, looks very bearish. If you look at it, let's just push back down again. Um, okay, let's see if it can reclaim. If not, then I have just to stop out because this can easily be the bearish uh, momentum. Let's see, can it hold? This is the last chance for this to move back up over the highs. Okay, it's moving, so that's good. I'm gonna put it the break even in case I don't want to lose more on this account. So I think it's much more cleaner. Let me just see it here if we can get it here. So just bring it here, the cleaner version, so you can see. So here, so look at this one. So we are very close to 22,200. That I was thinking is a key level. If we can go move further up over 23,240, 23,250, that could be a good sign, but still is making lower highs. And this is the first basically consolidation happening after the downside move. I was really hoping this is going to get hold. If it's not going to hold, then I'm going to stop out and it would be my last trade and I'm going to close the day red. Let's see, I'm just going to lift it. Let's see, this looks promising now. At least we're going to get the one bounce. VWAP is too far. If we get the bounce to the VWAP, that could be awesome. If we can break 23,220, I think that it has a good potential to go back to 23,250. Because if you look at it here on the 2-minute chart, we can clearly see we are making a lower highs here, right? And this is the first trend move came in, then consolidated. So all right, I'm stopped out. It has to break this, otherwise it's just gonna be the, here you go, and look at this. My bad luck is just broke out. So let's see if it can break out. I can re-enter it, but this breakout is basically the place where we're gonna feel like it's gonna move back up. As far as it stay within this, we can consider it still the downtrend. And I think I don't want to trade anymore. Um, uh, we might want to find another trade in the afternoon where we're going to get a little bit more consolidation, maybe the second leg down further, and just, you're going to fail this breakout, what happened yesterday, or we're going to get the continuation. So both things can happen in this. All right, guys, any question? If not, then, we're just going to close the transmission. I'm a small red today after the first green trade. Awesome. All right. Question? Any question, guys? No, nothing on the YouTube. All right. I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you on Monday. Have a nice weekend and don't overtrade. Okay, and enjoy the rest of the week. Again. Bye. Take care, guys.